Get your car out of my garage. That's what she screamed at me, right in my own driveway, like I was the intruder and her shiny white BMW was the homeowner. For a second, honestly, I thought maybe I'd lost my mind. Tell me, am I crazy, or does this sound like the Twilight Zone to you? There I was, just a regular Tuesday night, late enough the street was dead quiet, clicking my garage door opener after picking up my wife Elena from her book club. All I wanted was to get inside, pour a cup of coffee, and maybe zone out in front of the TV. Instead, the overhead light flickers on, and bam, a white BMW, parked in my garage, sitting there like it owned the place. Not half in the way, not broken down, just positioned perfectly, close enough that I could smell the brake rotors. My old lawn chair shoved up against the wall, my tool cart with a designer purse thrown on top, like my garage had turned into a luxury valet. You know what I mean? Elena just stared at me, then whispered, "Darius, whose car is that?" No idea. The security camera's red light blinked in the corner, as if even it didn't believe what it was seeing. That's when I heard the click-click of heels outside. Confident, almost theatrical. In walks Linda Hart, the HOA president, mid-40s, blow-dried hair, a smile like she's selling lemonade, and holding a clipboard like it's an Olympic torch. "Oh good, you're home," she beams. "We've designated your garage as temporary community storage until the new maintenance shed is approved." Like she was doing me a favor. I looked at Elena, who had the same look she gets when a telemarketer calls during dinner. I try to keep it cool. "Ma'am, this is my garage. I never agreed to anything." Linda tilts her head, that neighborly patronizing tone thick as honey. "Well, yes, technically it's your garage, but the community needs flexible solutions, and your space isn't used most evenings," I wanted to say. And used isn't the same as available, but her tone just made me hesitate. Elena jumps in. "When was this decided?" "We got no notice." Linda's smile never falters, but something in her eyes shifts, cold, calculating. "Oh, we sent an email blast. Maybe check your spam folder." Now, maybe I could have shrugged and walked away, but the purse, the maintenance sticker I'd never seen before, a garage door remote under my workbench I didn't recognize. These weren't accidents. Someone had planned this. Someone had been in my garage. I hold up the mystery remote, and Linda's smile flickers. "Oh, the maintenance crew must have left that when they checked your door." "Sure, Linda. Only problem, we never scheduled maintenance." And the more I look around, the clearer it gets. Elena's car is stuck in the driveway because Linda's BMW has taken over our space. 8 years I've lived in that house. I pay my dues, cut my grass, show up to HOA meetings. Suddenly, my garage is community storage. I pulled out my phone, took pictures of everything. The car, the purse, the remote, even the receipts clipped to my pegboard. Linda tenses up, clutching her clipboard like a shield. "I hope you're not planning to make this difficult, Mr. King." She drops words like emergency storage and community rights, but I'm done. I call Officer Mark Lewis, our neighborhood patrol. Good guy, knows that ownership still means something. While we wait, Elena finds an envelope and a key card in Linda's car with HOA letterhead. Linda tries to tell me the BMW's owner is out of town. She can't move it tonight. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was a test. I tell Officer Lewis the whole story when he arrives. He looks over the garage, examines the remote, different manufacturer, different frequency. He photographs everything. "Mr. King, have you had any garage work done?" "Nope. Standard procedure is certified mail, return receipt. If there's no record, this is criminal trespass." Officer Lewis files his report, says the car's got 72 hours before it's towed at the owner's expense. Linda, now pale and all out of sweetness, mutters about hearing from our attorney. But Elena and I both know, this isn't about storage. Someone's pushing boundaries, seeing if they can take what isn't theirs. I can't sleep that night. I keep picturing the BMW in my garage, the remote, the sticker. So, the next morning, we document everything, take more pictures, call Northside Towing, the outfit Officer Lewis recommends. Their dispatcher is all business, needs the police report number, the details. "We can have it picked up this morning, Mr. King." Calls start rolling in. Linda's assistant, a man claiming to be the BMW's owner, people I've never met. Everyone wants me to delay, to be reasonable. But I'm done being reasonable. I'm following the rules. The tow truck driver inventories the car, registration, building access cards, HOA envelope, key card. He even finds a community emergency access pass, the kind you'd see on maintenance trucks, not personal vehicles. Here's where the twist drops in. After the car is gone, Rebecca Shaw, my neighbor 3 doors down, forensic accountant and legendary paper trail bloodhound, calls me over. "Look at this," she says, showing me a county asset filing with the BMW listed as an HOA community asset for emergency services. She's got pictures of the BMW in different spots around the neighborhood, including in my driveway weeks before. This wasn't random. This was planned, documented, filed with the county. Rebecca builds a compliance checklist, helps me send certified mail to the HOA, the county, everyone involved. That night, as I stare at the receipts for maintenance, I call North Star Garage Services. Their tech, Mike, can't say much on the phone but agrees to meet in person. When we show up, he looks over my ID, checks the work order. "Your HOA president authorized installation of a master access system for emergency services. 12 properties got remote override installed. Your address was on the list." My stomach drops. We find out there's been after-hours activity on my garage door. Someone with a master remote opening it at 2:13 a.m. Mike pulls up photos. There's a signature on the authorization form that's supposed to be mine, but it isn't. It's forged. Mike preps an affidavit for Officer Lewis and offers to document the unauthorized hardware in my garage. Rebecca, Officer Lewis, and Mike converge at my house, photographing, logging, collecting every shred of evidence. Turns out, 15 to 20 master remotes could open my garage and 11 other houses. This was bigger than me. Linda could have given access to anyone in the HOA. And now, we know she forged my consent, lied about maintenance, and filed asset paperwork to cover her tracks. But it doesn't end there. Next morning, I find baking soda footprints across my garage threshold, tape broken, the main breaker flipped off. Security camera, dead. Elena finds me staring at the evidence. "Someone was in here last night," I tell her. Officer Lewis processes the scene like a pro. 2 sets of smaller prints. Someone who knows how to bypass security. As the impound clock runs down, more neighbors start to come forward. Turns out, my garage isn't the only one listed as community storage. Rebecca's insurance work uncovers that Linda's liability is personal, not just as an HOA official. The board's own insurance will chase her for damages. Patterson, a field adjuster, reviews our file, says this is textbook board member fraud, personal liability, and potential criminal prosecution. By Monday morning, the impound lot is a circus. Linda, her attorney, an insurance rep, the lot manager, Patterson, and me. Linda tries to produce paperwork. Patterson's scanner flags it as fraudulent. Insurance policy red flagged for investigation. Officer Lewis arrives, ready to file charges for trespass and forgery. The BMW gets crushed for $800, every cent donated to the neighborhood playground. Standing in the rain, Linda asks if I'm satisfied. "I'm satisfied that property rights mean something," I say. But inside, I feel something deeper, relief that I did everything by the book, that our neighborhood is finally seeing where trust really comes from. The fallout is swift. Rebecca becomes interim HOA president. All master codes are revoked. New rules require explicit homeowner consent. Insurance covers my legal costs and new security systems. Linda does her community service, pays restitution, and even starts volunteering at legal aid. One morning, I find a sign on my porch. "Respect starts at your own door." No note, just the truth. Elena and I watch kids play on the new equipment bought with scrap money from Linda's BMW. We realize, in the end, this wasn't just about a car or a garage. It was about the lines between personal rights and community power, how quickly they can blur, and how important it is to push back, document everything, and stand your ground, not out of spite, but to remind everyone what boundaries act. Yuli mean. 3 weeks later, as I finish installing new sensors, Elena hands me a cup of coffee and the news that Linda's finally been suspended. The neighborhood feels different, safer, stronger, not because of one victory, but because everyone saw how it played out, step by step, legal and transparent, with no room left for bullies. So, tell me, what would you have done if your neighbor tried to take your garage? Drop your thoughts below, hit like if this story fired you up, and subscribe if you want to hear more. Let's keep this conversation going, because in the end, justice isn't just a word. It's a process, and it starts right at your own front door.